Hey everyone, my name is Jordan Briones and I'm a professional pickleball coach full-time, and I'm going to be reacting to the Pickleball Slam 2. This is a pickleball event where some of the tennis legends some of the legends in the game of tennis played pickleball. So I'm going to be giving my initial thoughts and reactions on that. We're going to break down a few points. Obviously, this is an instructional and educational channel. So let's just hop right in, huh? All right. So here we go. We got the Pickleball Slam 2. We got Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf and Maria Sharapova, and John McEnroe. These are some of the legends of the game. I think this was a really cool event off the bat. Last year, I believe, I think they did the inaugural Pickleball Slam. And this is when tennis players were, this is obviously when pickleball was just starting to get popular. But this one was kind of cool because you can tell these tennis players, these older legends of the game, were kind of at least practicing a little bit. So that was really cool to see. I'm going to pull up they had some cool things like charity bets here. Bet number one. Andre Agassi bets that he will body bag McEnroe 2 times during the match. And Steffi Graf bets that McEnroe will melt down 2 times during the match. So John McEnroe is actually known for having meltdowns on the tennis court and arguments with the umpire and ref. But the first game here is going to be between... there's Andre Agassi, Jack Sock, John McEnroe, and James Blake. These are actually all their rankings and things like that. Obviously, Agassi has multiple Grand Slams. And Jack Sock and James Blake, they were top tennis players, definitely top American tennis players. And Jack Sock's actually on the pickleball tour now playing. And I watched a little bit of this. Jack Sock... I think is probably playing at 25% here. He could probably demolish these guys. But here we go. So let's watch a couple points here. We got Andre Agassi with a good initial 4th shot volley. And right off the bat, we have a meltdown. Meltdown number 1 by Johnny Mac. We already mentioned how he gets angry on the court. Look at that little theatrical there. He just throws a paddle right off the bat. Interesting. Comment below if you used to watch John McEnroe back in the day. I'm a little too young for that, but I have seen a lot of his highlights, so I have seen that. Here we go. We got Jack Sock and Agassi. I just mentioned that Jack Sock is on a touring pro now, playing with that Selkirk Lux. That's actually the paddle I play with. A foot fault by the Johnny Mac. So obviously in the game of pickleball, if you're just learning, you cannot volley the ball while your foot or toe is on the line. Super crucial, important rule. Obviously, that's why that non-volley zone line is there. That's why the non-volley zone line is there. If it wasn't there, it'd be really, really similar to tennis. I think that's what really differentiates this sport from tennis. Here we go. First teaching moment here. We got a drive from Andre Agassi towards the middle of the court. There's a little miscommunication here. And how many times does that happen, right? We're playing a game and we have a 3rd shot drive coming from our opponents. And then we also have two forehands in the middle, right? We got Johnny Mac with a left-hander, James Blake as the right-hander here. So Johnny Mac here, James Blake here. Now, whose ball is this? I'm going to talk about a couple of things. The first thing that I look at and think about is where is the ball coming from? Okay, so right here, Andre Agassi is driving the ball from the right sideline, the even side of the court. And also another thing that I'm thinking about is who is established and who's not. So Johnny Mac is at the line and we got James Blake still coming in. So this ball is actually coming more towards the middle, but it is coming through to the middle, but because of the angle, like if no one volley this ball, it would actually be landing on or behind Johnny Mack here. So whose ball is this? Again, this is really close, little gray area to me. But in this situation, I actually want you to see this. I think it's partly a positional error here. If you look at the ball and where Andre Agassi's hitting this ball, Johnny Mack, you can see he's in a good position. He has his paddle up and ready and everything. But I would argue he should be squeezing middle a little bit more. So if I were coaching him, he would definitely, I would have him move his left foot probably 2 feet to his left, and then his right foot obviously 2 feet to his left, so that he is hugging more that center lining, putting more pressure on Agassi as he hits this ball. Because if that were the case, it would be a lot more evident that that ball is headed towards Johnny Mack here. And then you have both James Blake. James Blake is actually just getting to the ball, but Johnny Mack is established. So, McEnroe was actually in a good position already positionally at the non-volley zone, but the problem is he wasn't over enough, shading and covering the court, the middle of the court, depending, or relative to where the ball is. So again, Andre Agassi is driving from this position. Johnny Mack, if he's just slid over a little bit to his left, I think that's his ball. So that happens a lot. And again, everyone, a lot of you may say like forehand takes the middle. It's not about the forehand. Obviously, in that scenario, we saw 2 forehands in the middle. Look where the ball is coming from and make sure you are shading, and you'll have a much more clear example or much more clear understanding of whose ball is what. You can see Jack Sock here, a seasoned pickleball pro, making his waves in the tour. There's another foot fault there. And here's Jack Sock kind of showing him where that non-volley zone line is. I really like that. Jack is fun to watch on the pickleball court. Okay, so we got third shot drop, fifth shot reset. Ooh, little ATP around the post attempt by James Blake. Oh, James Blake rocking the Selkirk. Shout out to Selkirk there. Look at that. Third shot drop. Third shot drive, fifth shot drop. So you can, I could off the bat tell these players have been practicing. And I would probably say, Andre Agassi, McEnroe, just from what I've seen so far, I would say that they're around that 4-0, give or take level. I mean, they have all the strokes for this game. It's just a strategy mentality. But look, third shot drive, look at that, great drive. And look at James Blake on this fifth shot drop. And that is just a really good play. Again, that third shot drive, good third shot drive sets up that weaker volley for you to get in. So this is a great drop. Look at this drop, how it lands near that non-volley zone line. So you can tell these guys have been practicing their drives, practicing their drops. And contrary to popular belief, your drops, you want to hit close to that sideline to back your opponent up, to force that low contact point. You can see Jack Sock here has to really step off and create space. Look at where that ball's landing, right? And that's what allows them to come in to the non-volley zone line. So here's some dinking here. Good attack here. I really like that attack. I just want to go back to this again. Here's Johnny Mack. Now watch this. Look where Andre Agassi is. Perfect positioning here. If Andre here, most players and amateurs, you'll see this is why I actually give them around a 4.0 rating, because they've played tennis. They have all the court awareness. They're in the right position. Look at how Andre Agassi, look at how he's about 1.5 feet or so, 18 inches, his left foot from the center line, because the ball's on this side of the court. Again, if Agassi was kind of just right in the middle of his side, this whole middle would be open. But positionally, this is just really good position. And even though Johnny Mack attacks this ball, look at how Andre just counters it with his backhand. And one of the things as tennis players, whether you're coming from tennis or not, one of the differences in my game that I had to really make adjustment is, you know, we hold our racket like right in front of, let me see here. Yeah, right in front of our body in tennis. But in the game of pickleball, it's really, really fast. You get a lot of balls into your body. It's midsection here. So it's really good to actually have a little bit of an angle so that you are kind of ready to defend your body on your backhand. And this is a clear example of that, actually. Here's the speed up by McEnroe. Look, it goes right to Agassi's body, and he counters it with his backhand. And look at this. Look at that reset by James Blake. So pretty good pickleball here so far, considering that these are amateurs playing here. Look at that reset there. Look at those dinks. We got some good dinks here. Look at that. Forcing the jack sock error here. Okay, keeping them back. All right, missing the drives there. We're going to watch a couple more points and then, ooh, whoa. We got some drives and resets by Andre Agassi. Just missing long there. Okay, so if you have not learned a two-handed backhand yet, I really, really encourage you. Like I said, I think I said in the beginning of this video, if you would like some coaching, we have some coaching opportunities below. I coach players all different levels all the time. So I'd definitely love to see you on the court. But as I coach more and more players, the two-handed backhand is getting more and more and more, I would say, necessary as the game is evolving, and especially at higher levels. Andre Agassi, if you don't follow tennis, he probably had one of the most powerful and consistent two-handed backhands. So you can see he's starting to bring it out in his pickleball game. It's actually a shot that I've been working on for the past 3 years, really developing a strong two-handed backhand drive. You can see some good setup. Again, this is almost the same setup as his tennis stroke, but really when you're hitting your two-handed backhand, getting low, getting that right shoulder as a right-handed player, leaning into the court, you can see how he has that momentum moving forward, and he's fully closed. You're going to see his chest face towards the left sideline here, and as he comes through the ball, he uses that core and hip rotation. That's a low, good drive here. Then he drives this next one, and jack sock. And look at that reset. Jack sock hits this 7th shot drop. And look at this reset by Andre. That's professional there. Oh, I like the lob. Now that drive there probably wasn't the best. If you're falling back like that, I would probably suggest a drop. Like look at this here. Again, why a drive isn't the best in this situation here is your opponent, you have all your momentum moving back. Your opponent could easily like kind of hit a volley here by this Bright House financial sign. So a drop here, slower by your time, or a lob here would be good. Almost caught James Blake, but didn't quite. All right, so we're gonna move forward here. Looks like Jack Sock and Andre won that one, and we're gonna get to some mixed doubles here. Got Steffi Graf, Jack Sock, and Sharapova and Blake here. Sharapova, if you don't know, she was one of the she is a very, very famous and really influential women's tennis player on the WTA. So really, really cool. It's a good put away there by James Blake. I think we got Andre Agassi commentating on the side, so that's cool. Look at this. Look at the patience by James Blake. Yeah, this is definitely, James Blake, he could definitely play 4-0, 4-5, 5-0 if he really wanted to work on his game. But you can see, like, look at the patience here. There's the serve. Here's the drop. And for consistency, look at that. Out in front, good spacing there. It's a little high, and that recognition is key. And for those of you, those players who are working on your drops, you don't have to hit perfect drops. It's not necessary all the time, right? You can see in this example here, here's a serve, good return by Jack. Here's a drop. It actually landed in the kitchen. But again, sometimes it's good to be patient so you don't get caught in transition. Here's another drop, and it's a little high. Look at Maria as she split steps in the non-volley zone, right? Really good. James Blake finally gets one, and then that he can come in on. And then there's that split step. One of the things, skills that tennis players already acquire is their movement up and their split step. So right around or right after, right, you can see, like, look at Maria and James Blake. One of the huge mistakes that amateurs make is they're constantly running through their shots in the transition. So just really, really good. Really, really good footwork there. Look at that top spin. Wow. Yeah, James Blake got some game. He has a good forehand, good volleys, good movement. Look at that backhand swinging volleys. Yeah, these guys are balling out. Okay, so good point there. Look at Sharapova with a good forehand. Jack Sock with the reset. The inside out. Placement over power on this point. You can see Sharapova goes for a drop. It's a little bit high. Like, look at this inside out. Look where James Blake is standing. Again, Jack has so many different options here. He can go for James Blake here. Dominant side. Maria's go for her feet. You can see that inside out. I love this shot because that's the shot you're not expecting. But look how soft that was. Again, as you are playing more and more pickleball, you'll realize how important that placement is. And you don't need to hit hard to win the point. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna. It looks like Jack Sock and Steffi won that one. We're gonna keep moving on. In the last game here, we got Johnny Mac Sharapova and Andre and Steffi. So here, let's see a couple points here. Ooh, look at that. Andre's got some good volleys there. Look at the patience here. Really, really good pressure there by Andre Agassi. We got some Sharapova with some distraction tactics here. Look at that. That's just really good by Andre, being big in the middle there. Little miss drop there by McEnroe. Okay, so we got the serve. Sharapova with the return. Look at that drop. Really nice. Okay, look at that. Really good by Steffi there. It's interesting because all these players were friends, maybe sometimes enemies on the court, on the tennis court at least. And they're getting to play another sport that is challenging and also fun. So I just think that this is great for the sport. Comment below what you think about this pickleball slam, if you saw it at all. Comment below if you liked it, if you weren't interested at all. But all in all, I think that this is it's great for the sport. Obviously, pickleball in the past 5 years has absolutely exploded. I started this game about 9 years ago now. And, back then you could say the word pickleball and, 90% of people would not have heard of it. Now I would say about 90% of people do know about at least what the game is. And that just shows you the extreme growth. So, obviously this is a celebrity charity event, but I just think that this is awesome for the sport. And it's awesome that tennis players could come together and play this game. John McEnroe, believe it or not, he has a lot of interviews where he says pickleball is kind of a joke in a way, but you can see and that I understand it because coming from a sport like tennis and playing it your whole life, that is going to be the sport that you love the most. But yeah, look at these dinks here, keeping the ball down, really good. Andre Agassi with nice shots there. Good swinging volley. Little miss here. Look at that Sharapova. Look at that serve. A really good technique there, obviously. Sharapova. And there's that drive. Third shot drive there. They all look like they're having a blast here. Let's get to the last point here. Let's get to the last point and see it here. There's a return by McEnroe. Ooh, that is a nasty topspin drop. And look at that finish, two-handed backhand finish by Andre Agassi. So all in all, looks like Agassi and Graf take the cake here. 13-11 in the second game. But yeah, that's my reaction. All in all, these are some of the most well-known tennis players in the world playing our sport of pickleball. If you love pickleball, and you know, I just think that this is just an awesome event that happened. Anyways, those are my reactions. Obviously, some of these tennis players have really taken on this game and have found the joy and the fun. And this is just a cool promotion. So that's my reactions of this Pickleball Slam 2. So we'll have to see next year what happens. But I like how these tennis players are improving, and they're really taking the game a little bit more seriously. And it's going to be interesting. You can see Jack Sock standing there on the right. It's going to be interesting. We saw him make some huge waves in the pickleball space already. But yeah, we'll have to see how he does the rest of the year. But those are my initial thoughts. Thanks for watching this video. If you really like this content, make sure you comment and subscribe. Comment below on what you want to see me react to. You know, what other videos can I watch about pickleball, maybe certain matches, current events, if you want me to react to and hear my thoughts. But again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next video.